Rising, everybody. Hopefully, we are going to the river again because I need to go to the river.
Why?
What's up? What's up? welcome, everybody. So, I got out this Cosmic Dreamer Oracle deck, and the quote on the live is by Carl Jung, and it says, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." And I was really looking into the esoteric astrology and really going in deeper, and I'd like to share that with you sometime, perhaps in a new video. But the two cards pulled out today are Chimera and Prism in reverse, and we were talking about this. Reminds me of the seven rays, and I don't know, around that period, what was it, a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago? No, it was probably like 8 months ago. We were doing the rays. Remember that, the rays? Hey, Jolynn. Grand Rising, everybody. So I don't know. Those readings might be helpful to us at this time. But Chimera, I looked it up, right? And Chimera is a thing that is hoped and wished for, but it's like illusionary or in fact impossible to reach, right? Chimera is also in mythology, and Greek mythology is also this fire breathing monster that's part lion, part goat, and part dragon, which really connects to this soul, like the esoteric astrology that I was digging up. The lion being Leo, the goat Capricorn, and the dragon Scorpio, and we'll find out why. You know, Scorpio is all about slaying the dragon, and if we're looking at the esoteric astrology, this is if we had our awakening. If we're looking at the higher view of things. What's up, BC, my beautiful babes? Grand Rising. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So yeah, we really have this prism in reverse, which is really telling us to look at these seven rays of wisdom, you know, the wisdom, the power, all these seven rays of light. But we're lighting up the shadow, we're lighting up the underneath. And it really reminds me of this esoteric astrology where I was watching this guy, William Meader, Meader, William Meader. And yeah, we're going to get to that after the collective. We'll get to personal questions. But I was watching a video with William Meader called Revealing the Souls. The soul's intention. And this is how we do it, you know, by slaying the dragon. And he tells a story in there where it's the Scorpio. It's in Scorpio. And this is, you know, how we all... He was telling the story about Hercules, really, and about how Hercules is in Scorpio, which Scorpio, the test, right? And the test is he has to go around the whole zodiac, all 12 signs. And in all these 12 signs and going through all the zodiac, figuring out about himself, going through all 12 of these tests, he reaches the point where there's the dragon. You know, he has to slay the dragon, the hidden dragon, which this is the test where he's told that he needs to go by the what is it, the Supreme One, you know, the Almighty One, he was told, which is the higher conscience, to go slay this dragon, meaning the shadow self, right? And this was another fire breathing dragon, you know, just like this, another fire breathing dragon, but this one had 9 heads. So he went to the land and he was looking for it all over. He couldn't find it. And you know, he finally smelled something, and he followed his nose to the stench, and he got to a place where it was like really swampy and nasty and smelling. He's like, oh whoa, I must be close to the dragon. And he looks over and sees the cave, and in that cave he sees the ass of the dragon. And he's like, yo Draco, trying to awake this dragon, the shadow within. And the dragon is not budging. And he's screaming, Draco, yo, dragon, wake the fuck up. I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to see you. And he's not waking up. So he's throwing these stones, poking him with the stick. And the dragon's still not waking. So he takes a boulder and he really tries to wake it up. Then he remembers that the Almighty One told him about these arrows. The arrow, the same arrow in Sagittarius is the arrow of will, the actual ambition, the I want to awaken the dragon, and he shoots him with the arrow, and this infuriates the dragon, and he comes, and he didn't know what to do, so he takes a sword and slices off the head, and from that, two heads sprouted off, and he kept coming up, and he keeps slicing, sprout. So here he has this big freaking 50-headed freaking dragon here, and he remembers what the Almighty One said to him, and he said, kneel, what did he say? Kneel and yield. Something about kneeling and yielding. So he was like, okay, I'll kneel and yield. He kneeled and yielded. And in this time, he had this thought, which Scorpio's natural ruler in traditional astrology is Scorpio, is Pluto, but in esoteric astrology, it is Mercury. Because we're defeating it with the mind, we're using our mind to defeat the shadow. He finds the clue and he says, I'm gonna get it from underneath. So it wasn't until he went under the swamp, grabbed the shadow 50 million headed fire breathing monster and put it up the sun. It wasn't until he put it up in the sun until it began to melt and disintegrate, and it disappeared. And this is what I really see here, is this story about Hercules, how he defeated, he had to prove himself. This is all about proving yourself, and it's proving yourself to yourself, that we can do it. Nothing is impossible, or we can never dream too big, as long as we're putting this, shining the light on both, the duality, the differences. It's almost like Aquarius. We're looking at the differences. Instead of what's the same, it's what's different. What up, the guy? How are you, Mr. Lauren? My morning is great. Hey, V. Wow, I'm seeing all this in my mind. Super cool. Yes. Hearing we ain't worried about it. God's led me to that song last night, Zach Brown Band. I ain't worried about it. All right, here I go. I'm going to try to do it without disconnecting the live. All right. So yeah, let's pull some tarot on this. I got the Circle Life of Tarot, which is cool because we're talking about going around the zodiac, and it really reminds me of the Librian side, where we really have to find the fulcrum, find the center. What up, V? Peace and love to you and all my crew. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's see about this Chimera-Chimera. Chimera-Chimera. Alright. On the bottom, we got the King of Cups in reverse. And I hear resting your wings. And I see, that, I forget what it's called, but it was in one of, is it Michelangelo, Michael da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci, what is it, that code? And it has that block, and it's associated with the Freemasons. They have that block and all those numbers. I don't know what it is, but it's in here, and it means something. The numbers 1, 12, 8, and 15. Then we have 5 in reverse. The 5 of Wands in reverse, actually. And I see, um, it's as if we're transitioning. You know, we are, it's the lion fighting the burning phoenix. It's almost like something trying to pull us back as we're trying to go through the fire. And the first one that came out was this. When we're talking about the Chimera, this is reminds me of this where the dragon was sitting. This is the big dragon. The 2 of Pentacles. This is a choice. A choice that we already had to take. It's like we already chose to go under. We already chose to go in. And this is this. This is us in it now. It's as if we're in the box, in the cave. We're in the cave of this fire-breathing dragon. And it's almost like we're surrendering to the clues. We're surrendering to our higher mind. We're surrendering to this. And look, this was on this like this. It's almost like what we need. The Hermit. And he's got his book and he's headed in the moonlight, in this crescent moon. The same thing. Both of these crescent moons, you see the crescent moon right here and the crescent moon right here. And you got the Hermit with the death, 9 and 13. 11, 15, 11, 5. And we have this other serpent. It's really Scorpio and Virgo is like what we were talking about. Defeating the dragon. And it's almost like finding the peace within these two, the duality of this change, and really finding the peace in this. Oh, okay, one goes this way and one goes this way. You know, one's waning and one's waxing. So it's almost like, and I heard the space between, who sings that? Oh, yeah. It's a closed book. Dave Matthews Band. So the closed book, what's on here is the 6 of Wands in reverse. And you see him playing the piano. It's almost like these things are talking to him. Each one has a face. And each face is telling him like, hey, this is the key to P. Maybe this is the key to P, because we were talking about the 8 of Swords where we're finally getting out of this. You know, we're in this deep dark cave, you know, fighting this big fire-breathing dragon, right? This shadow self, you know, shining the lights on it, really surrendering to all these clues to our higher mind. And this is this. It's like they're telling us what keys to push. But it's almost like with the 6 of Wands in reverse, it's almost as if we feel as though we're losing, or maybe these things are saying you're not doing good, or you're pushing the wrong keys, or perhaps we are in a losing situation. It's almost like we're stuck at this one point. It's like we got this corner, but we just have to get this corner too. And perhaps this is what we're surrendering to, the clues to how to get this corner. It's like the puzzle, like when you're working with the puzzle to get all the outside first before you get the inside. Something about that. And this puzzle is connected to the King of Cups in reverse. And when I lifted this up, I seen the mirror, and the mirror connecting this. It's almost like black and white checkerboard, like really discernment. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland within then this Egyptian tomb type thing. And it's really, it's like a fight between the old dog and the new dog, kind of sort of like, are you going to let me in? Let me in. He's like, let me the back in. And you're like, no, you know, you're not letting in. But something, it's like, this is finally letting it in. We're letting it in. And this is how we get to go in the cave. It's like, I hope you guys are following along. With the next, we have the 10 of Wands, which this is like a big burden to carry. Something, it's like going, it's like the test. It's like the test that Hercules did going around all the zodiacs. And it's like, okay, we got the 10 complete. This is the 10 of the major. We're moving into the minor. We're being crowned. We're being crowned as this dolphin queen. So it's like we're being crowned as the queen of communicating emotionally or telepathically or psychically with our higher self. And it's really, I see all of this hair. It's like the hair connected, your hair, growing your hair. It's connecting, and it's like this, almost like a shrimp or something, begging or giving you something. Perhaps it's like a gift, or perhaps you have a gift that somebody else wants, and this is this. And that's all about going around the thing, because in traditional astrology, you're going around trying to find your person, trying to, it's all about the ego and the self, and how do I express myself. And in the esoteric sense, it's really about, okay, now I know how to express myself. It's really about dropping the ego and finding the shadow and embracing them both, because this is where the true you comes. Perhaps this is why we have the scarab beetle, this magic creation with the Empress in reverse. Or perhaps it's not the Empress in reverse. It looks as though it's the Empress in reverse. So perhaps this has something to do with it. It's the Ace of Swords, the One of Swords, the Ace of Swords right here. And again with the hair, the really long hair. It's a deep connection with the hair. The hair in this creation with the mind and thought, and harvest time. Something about the harvest time with the pumpkin in the fall. It's about like a lie. A lie being harvested. It's so weird. A lie is being hard, and perhaps it's a fake creation that's being harvested. You know, it's a fake creation. Maybe we're dropping the fake creation, and that's the magic in it, seeing the magic in this. Because then we come to the Six of Cups. It's really taking it back. Taking it back, or going the other way, or being the Libra and turning the wheel. It's like all the time we went this way on the ego. Now we're seeing it, Libra. Like I said, it's like finding the fulcrum, the center point, the balance, the in between, the road in between, both like this death card, the road in between, straight down the middle. And this is what, and then I see the Ouroboros, where the snake is eating its own tail. It's complete completion, complete completion. Two of these have 2 cups, and one of them have 1 cup, and I don't know why that's important, but it is. It's like these two have the 2 cups, these two have the one. The one that have the one are the blue, and the one that have the 2 cups are sitting on the heads. So I don't know if this, looking at this, will bring something to you. It's almost like something emerging when we're all drinking together, or when we're all going the same way. Can you please lower that? Or go somewhere else? Thank you. And again with the hair. But we come to the Queen of Pentacles, or perhaps it's the King. I haven't used this deck in a minute. This is the Queen. This is the King. Okay, so this King of Pentacles, and there's the Rapture Claw. This Rapture Claw was the same claw that I saw in, which one was that? In this one. You see this Rapture Claw in the 5? You see these claws? That's what I was saying, how it's the fire, that the fire, phoenix fire, right? This is this, where it's now strapped or connected, or perhaps when they catch a bird and they put one of them tags on, it's like you're tagged, or something like this. 911 now on the clock, 1847. So perhaps something about that year, 1847. But it says if we have the sun in the heart, we're really coming with some kind of, it's the Leo in the Chimera. It's the lion in this, which maybe we should get to that. And it's all about the eager, perhaps the eager, I can't even fucking, the eager eagle, trying to see something from a different point of view, and really being comfortable in this. It's like we're finally being comfortable in this nest. It's like the warrior bird, or, of the higher mind, and this is being stable in this. A lot of Taurus energy, but what did I say? The Leo, the sun in the heart. What's the Leo thing? I gotta read the Leo thing, because that's telling me. For Scorpio, Leo, Leo, Cancer, Leo. Okay, the will to be the authentic self and the power to converge illumination or to convey illumination. So, and this is the two lions, and it's combining the two lions, which is the personality and the soul, which that's exactly what I was talking about. This who am I that we're finding ourselves. And the mantra here is I am that, and that I am. And this is the will to lead, the will to illuminate, the will to, you know, beingness. And this is what I was talking about, the centralized force. And this is this. See, both the suns, it's like, and both these suns have lips. So perhaps it is about talking about your, this masculine. It's like, and it's not even about it. It's almost about walking this talk. Instead of talking the talk, we're walking the talk. And there was a reading, remember that? Walk the talk. Perhaps that has something to do with it. All right, keep on going with the Four of Wands in reverse. There is, normally this is a separation. But here, there's these three people, and it's like two against one. And this one has some kind of creature, again, with the really long hair. I don't know, something with the hair. If this is really, it's prominent. It's very, we have to grow our hair. It's connected to the rocks. It's connected to the roots. It's connected to the trees, the mushrooms. And this Four of Wands, it's almost like the hair is what's, or the lack of hair is what's keeping us separate, because the hair is what's going to bring these together. It's connecting the rocks, it's connecting the trees, it's connecting these people. And these people aren't together because the hair is not connected, perhaps. And if it's not that, it has something to do with this. Perhaps being in a fetal position or jackknife. I'm thinking of like when you jump in a pool and you hold the one leg. What is that? I don't know. Perhaps that causes a big splash. This Wheel of Fortune, and this is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like an unfortunate event. And here's the snake eating its tail again with the Ouroboros. The same thing. It's like it's about to eat it here in the death, and here it's actually eating it. And perhaps this is like that in between. This is the test, you know, the 12 tests that zodiac that of the zodiac that Hercules had to go through. And again with the sun and the hair, and this, you see the sun has the hair in here. So something about Libra. And Leo. That is Leo. Right? These two are really hit up. They're hit up. And then it's again this beetle. And it's almost as if it's this beetle, or it's something about this beetle, which this is the same beetle in the Ace of, you know, this is the underside of this beetle. So it's something about this beetle that really brings this. Perhaps it's the untruth or the lie or the lack of the hair or the drop in the creation, or whatever we said about this when we were channeling this card is what's tipping this whole thing over. And perhaps it is helping us see it from the underbelly, helping us get you know, get this dragon from the underneath instead of with the sword. You know, we're going from the Mars and the Pluto aspect of this fighting and really stabbing and poking to the, forget even what I was talking about, to Mercury, which is the higher mind. I'm sorry, perhaps it's Mercury in the chart today. What is up, everybody? Mark Johnson, Brocado, SS, the guy. What is up, all my peoples here? Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, y'all. We got three cards left, and this is like where it's heading, where we're going. It's almost like the journey of this soul that we're going, and he is like screaming at. I see him screaming at this Ace of Swords, like, here's the King of Swords with the truth, and he has this snake on his head, and this lizard, and the creature here with the horns is really making me think of Capricorn and Pisces, and it's like all of these combined in here, and he's screaming like, ah, this is what's going to be done, this is the just thing, this is the right thing. And he's getting his way. He don't back down, he don't take no shit. This King of Swords is getting his way. Perhaps he's screaming at her to wake up. Maybe this is your mind telling the physical part of you, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which we already had the King of Pentacles out. It's like him screaming like, wake up, and she's sitting on the mushroom, in her little trippy stance, uh, holding her little protective thing again with the Ouroboros. But here, instead of eating its own tail, it's like they're tied together, and she's high up on this talking mushroom with this thing over her head, not even looking, not even paying attention to the logical standpoint, or to the Mercury side of things. We're still on the earth, we're still in this Venus, comfortable in our little bubble per se. And this reminds me of the Ace of Swords, like following this lie or living this way that's not what our soul is intending. With this, it's bringing us to the judgment. Bang. And this is this. Where we are, I see the Saturn on the earth. It's like taking control of the earth, finally standing up, finally being grounded. And I see the Ankh, and it reminds me of this, it's like the thing that we say here, or the thing that we speak, this love here that we speak here in this Queen, is really connected to what he's blowing here. It's blowing through here, and it's going through all the hair. Perhaps it does have to do with a vibration or a singing or something that we speak verbally. Perhaps it is the all-powerful one, or your higher mind, something, telling us something. It's blowing the horn, and I hear it's loud and clear. It's like this. It's like loud and clear. But are you listening? Are you there? And this is this really awakening our mind to this, the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is being responsible for our actions. You see, he has all the candles on his head. It's really lighting the fire to his mind, but in reverse, it's almost like the melting wax, and it's finally done. The fire's burnt out. It's as if we're at the end of the list, we're at the end of the line. He's going through all this, and we're at the end of the time. It's like when the candle's burnt out, it's like I heard game over, game over, game over. And this Nine of Wands is really being responsible for this, and it's really connected to this. It's reminding me of the brown things here in the Hermit, how this journey going up the mountain, we're not only going up one mountain, we're going up two mountains. This is a death and a rebirth, and then we're going up it again. And then not only that, but when we go up it, we're taking that light and we're coming back down with it to give it to the collective. And this is this Magician. We're coming with the Magician, and this is as above, so below. It's like, okay, what we do on the top of the mountain, we're going to do on the bottom of the mountain. What we do inside, we're going to do outside. As above, so below, And this is us really manifesting this. I don't know if he was in... Almost makes me think that we were in reverse, and it makes me feel as though we're missing the one wand for this Nine of Wands to make it the 10 to bring it to this. It's like if it was in reverse, the Magician is all for the aces. and we're missing one, and I see the pentacles, I see the cups, and I see the wands, so we're missing the swords, and this is this ace of swords that we're missing, and this is this new idea, this new inventiveness, this new way of thought, this truth, this clarity, you know, the magic in this, in the word, in thought, and I see the action and actually puncturing, you know, the sword to this. And then I heard puncture wound. And again with the freaking hair. You see, this is a man, but look at his beard. His beard is freaking to the floor. So the hair is very important. Especially about connecting all three of these things. I don't know what this sign, or it's definitely connected. It almost reminds me of some kind of I don't know. I'm thinking CERN. Perhaps discern. But he's definitely making shit happen, and he's making shit happen with this clarity of thought, this clarity of these new ideas. And that's the collective reading. Yes, welcome, Brooke. No such thing. White people fall. Why everybody is misleading people? Huh? Don't know. Have to go to rave class in 5 minutes, but stopping by to wish you well. I've been doing great. I hope the same for everyone else. Oh, awesome, awesome. I'm so happy. Jeru, what's up? Hey, Gerline. All my people's here. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. What up, Dave Machado? Yes, Marie Garcia, V1222. Hey, Sten. Sten says, what are we doing? We just did a collective reading. Now I'm going to do personal readings. And I go in the order as it was received. So when you put your question down is how I answer it. Hey, Starboy, what up? A knight serving God, and I wish and pray all women go to heaven. Amen. Yes. What up, V? All right. Jolyn asked first. So we'll stick with the Circle of Life Tarot. Jolyn. Well, that's your card, and it moved to first. It's the Hermit in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So it's almost like, if you see, it's like the moon's the way, and it's this sign, this Greek sign, perhaps for truth, both of these. It's like both in the head, the higher head, and it's in reverse. So perhaps there is a way that we have to turn things or see things, or perhaps literally look at it from a different view. None of these cards mean that, but this is what I'm seeing. You know, we're definitely seeing something. It's not clear, or there was a lie, there's untruth, and it's this that's stopping us from bringing the light to the collective, or bringing the light to this new idea. It's like there's a block in this, and the block is this unfound focus, or this lie. And perhaps the lie is in the book. It's like you are holding the truth. The truth is in with you. The truth is in with you. The truth is within you. With the 2021, I was going to say 22. It's the XX. I heard double X, double XL, and again with the wings. And I really see this dragonfly, the stork, the rabbit. It's almost like the Empress here finally figuring it out, finally almost putting it all together. It's like we're missing one more animal. Perhaps it's that dragon we're defeating. I swear to God. Yep. And you know how to defeat it if you watch the collective reading. Be like Hercules. Alright. Zach Brown Band. Alright, I'm going to listen to that. I hope your morning's great too. If you're new, subscribe. Yes, gonna pin that message. Thank you, Lauren. The guy is that guy. Stain, we're reading tarot. Tarot. Can you please give me a read, Dave? Machado. Yes, I smell weed. Dave Machado. Here we go. Here we go, Dave. And then Garlene, you're next. Make sure y'all subscribe. Alright, Dave. So you too with the tower. And it's like the shadow parts of yourself creating this tower. And I hear you are the tower. And I see the Ace of Swords in reverse. So perhaps you're not going with this idea, or you're not going with the truth. Perhaps you're not believing the truth. You're not being like this king, or perhaps you are. This is the guidance. Maybe this king is somebody else in your life telling you, oh, you need to listen to this. You need to listen to this. But and then I remember, and I'm seeing the eagle head on the one, you know, where it's like, okay, we got to look at this from a different perspective. You know, we see this. I really want to read this King of Swords since he came up. Let's see what he says. Because he did come up in a collective, and he's really yelling something, and he's really yelling. You see, he's like screaming, like, ah! Maybe he's like the queen, and he's screaming, off with your head, you know? This is in all different languages, y'all. I'm buscando inglés. Tarachi. Okay, here we go. Tarachi. Swords, pentacles, coins. Did I say swords? Alright, here we go. Sorry, welcome everybody who's new. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright. Swords, right here, king. Alright, this is a cool book too. So the king, this is, a man commands the various creatures that surround him. His companions include an eagle, an imp, IMP, a snake, a lizard, and a fish. Chaos and confusion appears in this card. All the creatures are ready to act. They are waiting for the man to give them orders. The man's sword is as strong as his voice. He will command the creatures to act on his behalf, to lead the charge, and when the time is right. This card's message is to command with authority and lead the charge. Commanding, presence, authority, leading the charge. So we are, like I said, taking charge, and perhaps we're taking charge of this, like he's saying, let's finish up, let's end this, let's close this. It's like, let's clean up this mess. The tower already fell. Clean up the rest of the debris and get the foundation ready so we can have a steady foundation, so we can come in as this Knight of Swords and build this new foundation based on truth. You know, protect this here, like this, 9 and 9. It's almost over. Coming into the ace where we're building anew, but it's like this baby and this bird in one egg. It's like you need it's like these two combining to create one thing, and this is like all in divine. All in divine timing, I heard. Alright, Garlene, love. What up? Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Grand Rising, I say. Ain't no morning good. I almost lost all my cards. Alright, who's next? Love reading Garlene. Alright, I'm going down the list. I'm getting there. Welcome if you just came in. This Ace of Swords keeps looking up at me. In reverse. I'm going to shuffle her in there. Ten of coins for you, Garlene. Garlene, love. Here's the King of Cups. This was in the collective reading. So like I always say, pair your personal reading with the collective reading to get a deeper look. Because we, like I said, we had this lasting security with the Ten of Cups, with the Ten of, perhaps the Ten of Cups. Maybe you're really happy at this one, at this point. But we got the Ten of Pentacles out here with the Three of Swords. Now, this is some kind of heartbreak, some kind of agony, or it's like, you know, this one's poking this one's wing and this one's poking this, and it's a gruesome cycle I hear with the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's almost like seeing the reality of this, seeing this, and if you look close, you see these claws. This has something to do with that five, and the one bird that was tagged in the collective reading. So that's about this heartbreak. But then we come into the five of swords, which this is all about the mind. You know, this is all about defeating those. It's like we're being the King of Swords over this, commanding these the things in our head, or commanding these other things. It's almost like he has all his swords out ready, and his stinger ready too. It's like he's ready. And then another seven here, and I hear, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Weird. Drew, what up, what up? SS, you still here? Hey, Brocado, Mark Johnston, what's up? Why everybody is misleading people. So that way you can judge by using your intuition. It's like, I see it as the shepherds calling their sheep. It's like, oh, you know, Jesus is calling, who's going to follow? The devil's calling, who's going to follow? Maybe the devil is falling. And then God's calling, who's going to follow? Reminds me of that In This Moment band song, As Above, So Below. Yes. V message, what do I need to do to move forward? All right, here we go, V. What do we got to do to move forward? I see the Ten of Coins. It's like following the footsteps of somebody who's already there, someone who's already in the light, someone who's already at the top, secure in the Ten of Pentacles, you know? And you see these three kids, 1111. So it's all about these new beginnings. Let's see. Maybe this is what you're already doing, and I don't know, something about knocking real hard. Who am I talking to? V. I want that one. And on the bottom of the deck, this reminds me of Ursula. You know, the octopus and the Little Mermaid that takes the voice, but it's really not. It's almost like a mermaid princess. She's holding the Libra. You know, it's number 8, which usually is the strength, but in this deck, it's the Justice card, where she's sitting in between these two pillars, and she's really looking at the scales like they got to be exact. Even if they are like one like smidge off, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna work right. It's not gonna be right. Again, here with the balance. You know, it's like the Libra thing that we were talking about in the collective, about walking down the middle. And you see, I see all the darkness in this thing. Perhaps walking down the middle clears this darkness. And this of the Three of Cups. It's almost as if like we're sucking something from the water. Okay. It's the thing that we suck from this water or this fish, perhaps Pisces. This is psychic, this is emotion, this is like Neptunian energy. And it's as if what we suck from this is clearing this darkness, is creating these juicy clouds, you know, and again with another 5 underneath this and another 5. These are both in the collective, but your cards that came out with the Justice are number 16, the Star. And again, you see the balance in here. You see the Temperance. You see him watering. You know, these are the waters of life. That, and maybe this is the Temperance. It is the Temperance. It's not the Star, but I thought it was the Star. So perhaps you are having a tower moment, or you had a tower moment where it all fell down. I heard it all came crashing down. Because now it's like we're alchemizing, and this is all happening like in divine timing, in divine, it's like I heard divine wisdom. Perhaps it's coming to teach you something of a divine wisdom. And it perhaps it has something to do with this. It's like teaching you how to walk away, perhaps with the 8 of Cups, because the 8 of Cups is really walking away from something that no longer serves us. And I see these bluebells. So something about that. There's maybe a nursery rhyme or something. Bluebell. How does it? What is this? Something about these bluebells, these flowers. Okay, and it's this chameleon or this frog. And it's almost like he's enchanted by this holy water. It's like these flowers. It's like this holy water. But then there's this Medusa's head that comes up. So weird. I hope you're following along. There's this Medusa's head that comes up and points her finger. I don't know if she's saying one, if she's saying look up. It's almost like maybe she's saying, wait a minute, you know. But normally in the 8 of Cups, there's no waiting a minute. But perhaps there is. It's like, wait a minute, because we're missing something. There's another bowl right here. It's like, yeah, we noticed this bowl because it was surrounded by the flowers, and this thing's right here, but we didn't notice this bowl right here. Perhaps there's something in this bowl that we need in order to make it to the next bowl, to make it to the next rock, or to make it to that one. It's almost like I heard the turtle's dry. It's like the turtle's dry. Perhaps this is the thing that we're alchemizing, we're mixing. It's like we have to mix this to, maybe you have to mix these 2 bowls in order to get that, and this is the alchemizing. This is this. It's like taking this one bowl and this one bowl to create this new bowl. You know, it's the justice, the line between. It's like, how do we get there? It's like finding the fulcrum, the center point. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's really releasing this, perhaps crying, sweating. You know, the turtle's dry. You know, she keeps this turtle going by keeping it water with emotion and keeping it flowing. But here it's like, okay, it's stagnant. There's no emotion. Perhaps there's it's like we're on the underside of the mountain, and perhaps we have to go within in order to come without, or we have to get there from within. It reminds me of that one reading. How were we going to get there? What was that message from the Draconians? How are we going to get there? Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was the one about the mind control thing, and how are we going to get there? It's like, oh, okay, we got to go up underneath her dress. It's like you got to go from the inside. Something about this. This is how we're going to get our way, or get the justice, or do what's right. You know, it has to be an even amount. You know, 50-50, I heard. What up, Laverne? I hope you could understand that, V, and I hope you got some hope out of that. Hope I was able to deal you some hope. Alright, Laverne. For a general, you got it. Alright, general, what do we gotta see? What do we need to do? What do we generally need to hear? What are we ready to hear? (911). Alright, so wow. We got the Queen of Pentacles with it on the undercurrent. So this is grounding this, because on the board we got this King of Wands, right? And he's moving forward with all his fire. It's as if he just came out of this, like an awakening or something with the Four of Swords. This is some kind of healing, right? It's as if we're finally finding our true colors. You know, he's all the colors. He's evenly aligned with his chakras, I heard. And it's really in this meditation. Perhaps in this silence, do we figure out, you know, the way forward, how to act. It's like in this silence, in this feminine energy, we find the Father. And it reminds me of this, the finding the Father, finding the will, finding the action, this Aries energy of really, perhaps it is in the music or in this hand. It's like in this hand of the Four of Swords is where we'll find it, because it's like this is what's giving him the spark, or what's giving him the flame. You know, it's putting the fire under his ass, and it almost reminds me of some kind of record, or maybe it's some kind of protection. It's like you're protected. It reminds me of that hand, you know, the protected hand. You were protected, and I seen the 10 of coins, which is this lasting security. So perhaps that's what comes from this. It's like, and this queen is telling us, hey, we healed and we're acting this. We're finding the Father. Now we're grounding this energy. You know, again, it's like maybe we're leading a whole group of people who are like this, like in this healing state, or in this, like, they can't see, they're like this, like in another world. Maybe this is another part of us, and it's like, okay, well, we need to put that in motion. We need to put this in motion. They need to follow me. You know what I mean? This feminine needs to awaken. And it reminds me of the collective reading where he was telling him to wake the frick up, you know. She's holding the lamb. The Six of Swords. So perhaps we are moving. It's like you're being taken to a better place. And I heard a better way. Shown a better way. Hey, Janelle. How are you? Janelle. Morning, lady. Which questions about mine and my lover's health? Alright, questions about yours and your lover's health. Good morning, Moon and Shine. Hey, Williams, y'all. Yeah, I can't read. Where am I from? I'm from Pennsylvania, in the United States, Incorporated. Hey, Shiva07. Moon and Sun. Y'all are new. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright, Janelle. I see the Six of Swords. And, the Fool in reverse. Or perhaps it's the Fool and the Six of Swords in reverse. Now, if it's the Fool and it's the Six of Swords in reverse, perhaps we're leaving this chaotic thing. We're not going back, and it's as if we're moving forward. But it's like something really holding us back. It's almost like hurting us to leave. You know, he's biting on this leg as he's stepping forward with his other leg. And I'm reminded to say, who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. So perhaps this is looking inside. You know, it's all about what's inside the jar, right? It's not the jar, it's what's inside. And it's not the head, it's what's inside. I don't know, there's like a major eye. Now we do have the nine of wands, which we're really making a list and we're going over it. It's as if we're really going over this. And I heard starting from the top. Starting from the top. And it's as if this list is putting on, each of these things is putting a light on this. It's like shining a light on the shadow, or shining the light on this, really burning it with the okay, this is how we do it. Perhaps we do have to go like that. Go like that. It's like see it from the bigger picture, or see it from... It's like we're checking it twice, perhaps. Checking this list twice with the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. And you see, this is, I hear slow and steady wins this race, but it's as if this turtle doesn't go without her pouring her emotion into it. You know, her love into it. It's not the water that makes this turtle go. It's the love. It's the compassion. It's the I forgive you. I'm sorry. And it's this that really washes over and gets this turtle moving. Good morning, sunshine. I say grand rising, because ain't no morning good. What up, Shiva from India? Hey, Williams. Y'all still here? Oh, ho, ho. I don't know who this is, but we got the Lovers, number 6, and this is the Major, and this is really putting the masculine and the feminine together, and they're loving each other, you see? They're embracing the differences, and again, with the hair. It's as if they're both tied to this circle that's connected with this big cup. See it? And then we have all of this in the deep subconscious. Again with the Knight of Cups in reverse. And then we go to the Ten of Cups in reverse. So it's like without the emotion, this turtle is dying. This turtle is dying, and it's really bringing him to this Ten of Cups. It's so upsetting. You know, it's almost like grieving in a sense where... You know, the fish is taking off his shield, and now he doesn't have an eye. With the 9 in reverse, it's almost as if we're afraid to go within, or we're afraid to be alone. Maybe we're afraid to look at this list. It's like you're afraid to check that list twice because of the things that are coming out of it with the 3 of Pentacles. Maybe you need some kind of help. It's like, okay, you're looking at the list and you're seeing this, but if I look at the list, I see this. And it's as if you need help looking at the list, because all 3 of these people are going to see this list in a different way. So perhaps this is how we get this burning, or this is how we do. Maybe we do have to burn the list, and these people have the clues on how to burn this list, or how to check this list, you know. It's almost as if they have the clue to this. It's like they got the last piece, you know. There's the last brick, and it's like they got the last brick to put this in. This is what you need. It's like they got that Ace of Wands to make it the 10, you know, to bring this other 10 upside down. And this does have something to do with the devil, breaking free from the chains, breaking free from this toxicity, codependency, something like this. Breaking the chains. And this was this Capricorn. Let's see what the devil says. Alright, the devil. A horned man sits comfortably, his hands resting on his face. People weep and plead at his feet to be let go from their chains. The request fall on deaf ears. Maybe this is why these other people need to be involved. It's like they're not looking at that. You're not looking at the list like these people are. It says the people in this image desire release. They do know, realize, maybe it's they do now realize that the person they're requesting freedom from may not be the one who can do the freeing. The horn figure seems bored and unswayed. The chains act as tethers to the people and their demon. The money falling from the hands of one person seems to not be the currency accepted in the world. The devil teaches us that we need to figure out the real cause of the chains in order to get them off. The meaning is to learn to take care of yourself. Do not give away your power to others, figuring out how to unchain yourself. And perhaps that's what it is. It's like you've been trying to do it yourself all along, and because the devil's in reverse, it's like, well, this person has that key. This person has the last key to this. Maybe it's something somebody else did or something somebody else said, you know? Here with another devil. But it's not. It's the Hierophant. And it looks like one. Hey, Bloom Babe 25. Those cards are super cute. Thank you. You have time, I will want you to pull some cards from me. Alright, I got you. Bloom Babe 25. Here we go. This is for you. Alright. Bloom Babe 25. What do we need to know? Let's see here. Alright, so we got the Temperance and it's turning. So perhaps I hear what is different, what don't belong. It's like we're taking out. It reminds me of the honey. And the honey is with the honey from our bees, and it's with the wax as well. But in order to separate the wax and the honey, there's a process. We have to melt down the honey and the wax, and they all have to go together. It's like you have to mix it all together, and when it's hot, and then when it's cold, it separates, and the wax goes to the top, and you could take the whole wax at one piece, and then you have nothing but honey. So this is what I see, this here, and it's a process. It's a process that needs to be done step by step, or in this order, or in a certain order. It's like you have to mix it all together in order to separate it, something like that. Now we have the Queen of Cups right here, which she was in the collective reading. I always say pair your personal reading with the collective reading to go deeper into this, and the collective was really deep. Then you also have the King of Wands in reverse. It's almost like that this creature is in here coming out of this. It's like we're shedding our wings, or we're it's almost like a snake in a sense, like coming out of our skin. But it's like we're taking these, it's like, okay, now I see it. It's like, okay, this Queen of Cups is in this compassion, growing her hair, getting real close to this spirit, being in this real loving, nurturing way, real giving, right? And perhaps it is this gift from this loving, nurturing thing that gives you the power and makes you see that you too are blue like this. That you too can fly like this, that you don't need these, it's like training wheels. You don't need the training wheels anymore. You could take these fake wings off because you could fly your own self. And this is what this is telling me. Now you have these 4 in the deep subconscious, perhaps what we're unaware of, or what is yet revealed, right? Or perhaps in the deep subconscious. And it's all about this fighting this dragon. You know, the 3 of Wands. It's as if in order to see what opportunities are coming towards us or what opportunities we can bring forth, we need to defeat this dragon. We need to slay, and it's not, like the story, we're not slaying it with the sword, the actual sword, we're slaying it with the mind, and it's the collective tells you about that. And this is how it is. It's like we're befriending it. We're becoming the friend of this with the Ace of Pentacles, and this is what's going to get us to the next spot, which is the Knight of Wands. And this perhaps we're going to have to jump, take a risk or do something brave. And he's jumping into this, usually a fire building, and he's getting on his gear, and he's prepared, and he's working with that red bird that was in that other card. So it's something from that card, and that, the stork, that needs to be integrated here at this night in order for you to get to the next step. Oh, that's the page. Okay. The page, in order to get to the next step, which is the Knight of Wands. And this is this. And it's like, you see, they're going forward, but they're turning around to shield, to block. So perhaps we are creating some kind of boundaries while going forward, building lines of blocking something from following us or from catching up. Maybe it's that we're trying to lure them to one place, but we're really going somewhere else. It's like, oh, hey, follow this light, and then it's here. Maybe you are trying to get somebody to come and follow you. It's like some kind of news, like, hey, like, here's the fire. We got the fire. Come with us. And it's like you're following them, or it's like going with the trend or something like this. It's almost like the fire you found here, you're taking it and running with it, or actually flying with it. And this is what's going to get us to mix this, or to help us mix this thing. It's bringing us to some kind of action. We're definitely acting brave. And it reminds me of that Leo. The Leo, it's like, oh, I am, and I bring, or what is it? But then it's like, and it's like, oh, like how you just want the normal Leo, how I would just want, validation or applause or something like this. But this is like moving up into some kind of higher mind, whereas like we're doing it for the benefit of all, or something like that. You just said stork. Oh my God, I'm late on my period. Oh shit. Perhaps. Time will tell, I guess. I think you already know anyway. Holy moly. Alright, y'all. Anybody else before I go? Because I'm really hungry. I already did yours, Jolyn. I think I did you first. 12-12. clues in that or the collective? Maybe I'll do another collective before I leave real quick. See if anybody didn't get their question answered or needed to know something. For the collective. This new collective, just make sure you subscribe if you're not yet already. Let's see. For all my beautiful people who just showed up, what do we need to know? Ooh. 5 of Cups, the haunting loss. I see this as like, you know, when like you can't, it's like when you have a loss or when you break up with somebody, it's like you see them in all these things. It's like, oh, did I see them? It's almost like I see them here. Perhaps you see them in a dream, you see them in a cup, you see them in a reflection, something like this. This is a very frustrated process. That's like we just want to be over, perhaps. Let's see about this 5 of Cups and this Knight of Coins in reverse. This is really dropping it. With the Star, see, we're dumping it. It's like I see us here in the Temperance really alchemizing it, trying to create something totally different. You know, we're putting this and this and we're making something totally new. But this is like, oh, I'm taking this and I'm taking this and I'm giving back. It's like I'm taking the life and giving back. And perhaps this is this, we healed, and it's like, okay, because I healed and I had this faith and this hope, now I can give it to somebody else. And it's like something about these 7 stars, perhaps the 7 sisters, you know, because we have the 5 of Pentacles then in reverse with the Judgment. It's almost like this Judgment creating this. It's like, oh, because we did the right thing, or because this is now over, it's like this loss, we're coming to a judgment where we get some kind of truth or perhaps a closure. You know, we're leveling up, we're going from the earth plane to the spiritual plane. Perhaps this is some kind of awakening. It's like it's like the work you're doing yourself. It's like you're doing this and this is creating this. Perhaps you're getting the sign from this, or it's like, but you're making the judgment call. You're making that call with the 2 of Wands in reverse. Perhaps this is like, you don't know which way to go. We can go this way or this way. It's almost like, it's like we could put the fire under us or we could put the fire over us. And it's these 2 snails coming apart. It's really weird. I don't know if this means anything to you. Perhaps this is telling us you know, look how, like, she's looking how she's doing it. It's like, oh, well, this way isn't working for me, but it's working for her. You know, she's not doing the same exact thing. Perhaps she's not taking any risks. It's like, you play with fire, you're going to get burnt. And this is what's saying, like, don't play with fire. We're going to get burnt even though we are upset, unhappy. It's almost like watering ourselves, really releasing this, going within, you know. It's the shadow that's going to heal. It's whatever is in the mountain. It's this dragon that we awaken and that we need to defeat in order to, you know, in order to get to the star, to get to this hope, to get to this, where we're in public, where we're speaking, where we're healing, where we're, you know, free from this heartache, free from the loss. Alright, y'all, I hope this was helpful. The Hope Dealer. 1312. Yeah, 13's right there. 1312. So maybe something about that at 14. Oh, you're welcome. I hope y'all have a great day too, guys. Love you so much. 6 of Wands. let's read that real quick before I hang up. Because he was talking to me. He was talking to me. Six of Wands. And it is reverse. I don't know if they get a reversal meaning or not, but... So the six is a magician that hones his talents at his instrument. The pipes take joy in being used. The magician seems focused on his composition. A figure hides behind the piano, not really enjoying the progress being made. I didn't even see him hiding there, so perhaps you don't even see what's behind this. And perhaps there's someone behind here trying to block you from doing what you love or from doing what loves you. You know? It takes a lot of practice to get good with the musical instrument. Our musician knows this. He may be rusty now, as evidenced by the crouching listener, but in time he will create wonderful songs. Practice makes perfect. The challenge he is faced with is keeping up with the repetitive motion of practicing the music over and over again. Our listener must learn how to deal with the noise and the missed notes. This card suggests that mastery comes from putting in hard work and from being a beginner and sucking at it. Becoming victorious, putting new ideas into practice and enjoying the work you are doing. And like I said, it was in reverse, so perhaps the opposite of all of these, or perhaps we have to incorporate something that we do love in order to gain some kind of, I heard recognition. Alright, I hope this was helpful, guys. Oh, look. 10 of Pentacles. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Filled with magic. Thank you, Lauren. If you're still here, I love y'all. Bye. Love y'all.